Vets, welcome everyone to the 37th episode of Some Casual Takes, podcast hosted by me, Stephen Pepper, featuring other sports fans debating interesting topics with the most casual takes. This episode is brought to you by no one. We're here with Barry and CJ from TikTok. Hopefully Legend joins, bro. Legend's been begging to come on the pod, but yet literally just doesn't open when I send the link. Makes no sense. Of course, you see the title. Jokic historic triple-double. Beats the Lakers. They got the 1-0 lead. But before we get into that, there's a game tonight, and I want to get you guys' just quick predictions. You guys winning tonight and maybe just the series. Heat Celtics. Who wins game one in Boston?
I think Boston will get this first game, but I do got it going 7 games, and I have Boston at 7. I think Miami Heat will make this series go the long way.
So you think it's going 7 again, just like last year?
I think it's going to go 7 again. I don't think Jimmy Butler is going to let them boys just get them out of there in 5 or 6. I think he's going to make this a long series.
Do you guys know the update on Tyler Hero?
Oh, I
Is
don't
he
think
coming back to the playoffs? Is he?
I don't think he's coming back to the finals. They said he would be back if they made it to the finals. I don't think he'll be back for this conference finals, though.
Yeah, I got Celtics, but I want the Heat to win because I'm a Butler fan. Yeah, I feel like that would be amazing, cool seeing an 8 seed do that. Like, I'm going to be rooting for them, but I don't think they can get it done versus Boston. They're too deep of a team.
Yeah, I don't think they match up well with Boston because I think Boston has too many good wing scorers, like with Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. They got Marcus Smart and Brogdon who could get you a bucket. I just think they have too many wing scorers for the Heat to match up with.
Yeah. I thought these teams were going to match up first round. If Miami would have won that play-in game, I had them matching up first round, and I said this is going 5 or 6, depending how legendary Jimmy Butler could be. And that was with Oladipo and Hero in mind. Now, without those two, Boston is just like far more talented than Miami. So I got them winning tonight. But you never know because Jimmy Butler also said it's his year. He really believes this is the Heat's year. Yeah. He might come out firing tonight and gets like a virtuoso, like goes for 40.
Oh, no. I'm expecting Butler to do his thing. Like, I'm talking like 40, you know what I mean? A couple 40-point games, not just one. I'm expecting that. I'm not ruling them out. It's not that, like, I'm doubting them. It's just that I think they're too good.
Like I said, since the jump of the season, the most dangerous team in the NBA is Boston. If Jaylen Brown and Tatum can click at the same time. Honestly, the only way Miami wins this game is if Bam Adebayo averages 20 points per game in the series. Jimmy Butler's averaging about 30, just like he did against Milwaukee. And like guys like Strus, Vincent, these dudes are hitting 40% from 3. And then you got to pray Tatum goes out like Philly. And plays like Philly and goes like 0 for 10 to start like a first half. A lot needs to go Miami's way because they lack a lot of talent. I'm taking Boston tonight, and I think for the overall series, I think it goes 6. I just don't think the Heat are talented enough. And that's not saying Jimmy Butler's not capable of winning games. That's just – it's a team sport.
Just 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think I'm saying strictly just Boston at 7, just putting my faith in Jimmy Butler. That's basically it. Because I think Jimmy Butler is going to make this a competitive series. I think he really wants this shit.
If Brown and Tatum are playing like Brown and Tatum, there's no chance that Miami wins a game like that.
If Brown and Tatum playing like Brown and Tatum, it's probably Boston in 5. But
in 5, yes. But
expecting Tatum to perform in the playoffs against a good defense, I don't know.
Tatum has 30, Brown has 26, there's no way Miami is enough.
But at the day, I mean, in my opinion, obviously, the best player on the court goes to the Heat. So, yeah. I mean, Jimmy Butler, I mean, like I said, he's not just an average star. Like, he is – he's not – he's going to make it competitive, like you said.
Mm-hmm. And so we all got Celtics. Barry has them in 7 at least. I think it's going like 5 or 6, to be honest. But I got to see game 1. That's the thing about these playoffs, bro. We don't know who's going to win. We don't know.
Yeah, bro. We don't know.
And before you get into the Lakers, did you guys see Ja Morant's statement last night, bro?
Oh, my God.
The Chat GBT statement, bro.
That was crazy.
Bro got exposed on Twitter for using Chat GPT for a statement. Adam Silver spoke about it. It's looking a little slow for Ja Morant.
Look,
bro.
My thing. I'm assuming y'all saw the interview that he did on ESPN just a couple of weeks ago, like 2 to 3.
The one with Jalen Rose?
One with Jalen Rose, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I fell for it. I did. I thought that he was gonna be completely changed, purely focused on basketball, have like a breakout season next year. I fell for it, but
I, I, I don't know. I never really had faith in a guy like John Morant because I think they let him off way too easy with only like an 8-7 game suspension with stuff like that, and then I just seen the path he was going on. He tries to be something he's not, so
this is
he's gonna do
like
it to
Hey man, he
himself.
wants to be a young boy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. This is the thing. I don't care if he's being like whatever. Where like look, this is like my thing. He has millions of kids that look up to him. At the end of the day,
Exactly.
it doesn't matter. Even if you are from that environment, that's not what I don't care. Like at the end of the day, again, you have millions of little children that look up to you. Now they're gonna think that that's acceptable and that's okay. Come on, people
I just
buy.
think he has to be more discreet with what he does
People,
off the court.
there are 12-year-olds that literally want to be Ja.
Honestly, bro, like even if he wants to be like that, dude, he could have just done that like off camera in his
That's what I'm
car, in the
saying.
car, just literally just
That's
off camera. That's it. Because
He could
even
be more discreet. He's not
even if
discreet
we
with
can't
anything he
change
does.
John Morant with the suspension, as long as he's not doing it on camera and no one's getting hurt, it's
Like-
fine to an extent.
like look at
And
the
we
mark.
would not even know if John Morant's doing this stuff if it wasn't on camera. But
Like
He has to be more discreet with what he does, man.
Yeah,
Off the
exactly.
court.
Like you can
He's
be
like-
from the environment. Like again, you're in the
Yeah.
NBA. Like
Yeah.
look at DeMar DeRozan, Damian
And
Lillard.
then he chat GPT to statement.
Yeah,
Shout out John Morant.
that's nasty. ChatGPT is nasty.
Nasty.
I didn't-
Adam Silver.
Actually, real.
Adam Silver
I was
seemed
gonna say I did not know
extremely
that.
surprised.
Explain what happened with the ChatGPT. I
Yeah,
didn't even know that.
I don't know if it was like if people actually did the real research, but I'm seeing like pictures on Twitter and tweets of people who typed up. First of all, John Morant's statement that he put out last night had like it was very vague and had no detail about like a gun or anything in it. So some people are like, bro, it's such a vague apology. What if he chat GPT'd it? So people literally like put in like words about wait, I'm find it. Like put in like to chat GPT, write an apology and something like that. What is it? GPT? It is chat GPT.
That's wild. I'm
Here it is.
right.
Okay, so someone said, write me a paragraph apologizing to everyone about my actions. And what came up was John Morant's exact apology.
Ooh, that's sus. I ain't gonna lie, that's sus.
Yeah.
That is super sus.
And then Adam Silver on TV at the draft lottery, he seemed so surprised what John Morant did. So basically, Adam Silver probably thought John Morant owned up to his actions and was going to change after the first suspension. And now Adam Silver seeing this, bro, they might lay down the law on John Morant, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I think
Yeah.
he should get suspended for like at least 40 games. At least
He might get 40. Some people are saying a year. I think a year's a little crazy, but
yeah, a year's crazy, but I think 40 games.
Charleston White route and said, "Hey, bro."
thinking about the NBA.
No, I'm playing.
All right. You know why we're here, though. Talk Lakers. CJ, I'm going to start with you, bro. I deleted TikTok for like 2 days because I was getting addicted, so I didn't go live following the Lakers game or anything. I wasn't seeing what TikTok was saying. What did you see, bro? They went down 20 at one point. What is your initial reaction to the Lakers? Obviously, I mean, it's not initial. What is your reaction now after some – I assume you didn't sleep good.
Wait.
I assume you didn't sleep good.
Wait, just real quick. I apologize. Can you start with him because my phone is on literally 3%. I don't want to.
All right, we'll switch to Barry. Also to Barry, I assume you didn't sleep good.
No,
I
not
don't
at all.
sleep good when the Lakers lose.
I don't sleep good when Darvin Ham goes with the 3-guard lineup. It's just like
Talk to me about that. So what is going through Darvin Ham's head running a 3-guard lineup against a team whose front court is like 6'8" and taller?
That's what I'm saying. And then they have a small forward who's 6'10". It's just I don't understand Darvin Ham's thought process sometimes when he runs Reeves, Schroeder, and Russell out there. You have a guy out there who's a above average defender. Then you have an average defender and a terrible defender. And also, one thing I do want to talk about is the Lakers were just not getting back on transition in that first half. Like the Nuggets were just killing us in the fast break. We were too lackadaisical with the basketball, not taking care of basketball, getting stupid turnovers. And then also, I do like how Darvin Ham in the second half started to make that adjustment of putting Rui on Jokic and using AD as a help defender rather so than him being on the basketball. Because I think that's more valuable for AD because he's able to stop more a lot of looks at the rim. But really, I'm kind of comfortable with that game because we got out rebounded by 20 and we only lost by 6. And then we had that crappy of a first half as a team. LeBron James and AD played good throughout the game, but as a team, throughout that first 2 quarters, we played terrible. We were still like within the game, so I'm pretty satisfied. I'm confident going into game 2.
I think when it goes to that 3-guard starting line, first of all, that's been my issue since December with Darvin Ham, the 3-guard lineup. It's been my issue. He's still running it. Now, I think the reason I'm going to assume he ran, I heard some people saying it, I'm going to assume he ran the 3-guard lineup for him to be faster on offense and slow them down in transition defense. But it just didn't work because Nikola Jokic, who's like, 300 pounds, is getting out faster in transition than our whole team. And that's where we got honestly messed up the most. Listen, our defense is really good, but our transition defense is horrible. So when we get in these transition opportunities, it's just a free bucket for the other team, to be honest. And when Nikola Jokic, by far the best passing big man of all time, is getting out in transition before any other Laker, we're doomed.
Yeah.
And I do like the Schroeder starting because I think D'Angelo Russell is horrible on defense.
Don't even get me started when he's not hitting shots. He's giving you nothing.
Honestly, bro, I don't know if you agree with this, CJ. If I'm the Lakers, I'm heavily pursuing Kyrie over the summer. D'Angelo Russell, we'll see you later.
No, yes. I want to sign
we'll see you later. D'Angelo Russell, listen, I don't care if you believe that as far as like a playmaker, D'Angelo Russell is a better fit to go with Anthony Davis. I don't care. Kyrie's not going 4 for 11 a playoff game, bro. He's not. Kyrie is matching. Jamal Murray's dropping 30-point games. Kyrie's going shot for shot in the fourth quarter with Jamal Murray. Kyrie is.
Kyrie's playing better defense than D'Lo, and that's saying something.
D'Lo's a decent player. He can go off for 20 in one game. He had a great game against Golden State. But D'Lo is a good game 1 every 4 games. We can't have that. We can't have that. This dude's starting, playing bad defense, bricking shots. Kyrie, if he was on the Lakers in game 1, the Lakers would have won because he's matching Jamal Murray. He's matching Jamal Murray. D'Angelo Russell, I don't want him in the offseason. I'm sorry.
He gets paid way too much money, too. It's like D'Angelo Russell's a guy that's going to ask for $30 million this summer.
I do like him. He is better than Westbrook. He's better than Westbrook, and we wouldn't be in this position without D'Angelo Russell. But I'm saying when it comes to that offseason, though, I heard some reports that the Lakers are going to try to pursue D'Lo over Kyrie. I'd rather have Kyrie because I don't think Kyrie's doing this in a playoff game. But I do like the Schroeder starting. I think the Schroeder starting is good because I think defensively on Murray, he's a lot better than D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell just looks sad on defense, bro. He's getting blown by, having trouble in pick and rolls. Pick and roll defense was horrible. Horrible. Yeah. We kept going under screens. We kept getting lost in actions. But the three guard lineup has to go away. Like you said, the Rui Hachimura, dude, when we made those second half adjustments, mind you, the Lakers got blown out in that first half. The Lakers won the second half. They won each quarter, and it was because of the adjustments that they made. I'm the biggest Darvin Ham hater you'll ever find, but I'm going to give Darvin Ham some praise, right? Although I don't like Darvin Ham, he doesn't refuse to make adjustments. He'll make adjustments. My only problem with Darvin Ham is he makes adjustments like too late. I felt like he probably could have started. I was preaching to start Rui before the game.
Yes.
I felt like he should have. But he at least makes the adjustments, and they won the second half. And it was a 1-possession game with 3 minutes to go in that fourth quarter.
Hey.
Before I finish up what I had to say, I don't want to talk too long. You jump in, tell me what you saw, and then I'll
speak of Darvin Ham, if LeBron wins the finals with them, I think that might be his biggest accomplishment ever. No, I'm just joking. But look, Darvin Ham, I'll give him his credit for his second, like you said, his second half adjustments. But before the game, I was talking to one of my friends about how I thought that the Lakers are going to guard them, and it happened in the second half. So I like the adjustment with Rui on Jokic while having AD on Gordon and having AD sag off of him in room 8.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what they should.
And LeBron on MPJ, because LeBron's got, 6'9", MPJ's 6'10".
Yeah.
You see that, dude, MPJ I don't know what Darvin Ham and that coaching staff thought. Like, let's throw Austin Reeves on MPJ.
Yeah, because
MPJ is a head taller than Austin Reeves.
Exactly.
You see that
And if
corner
you-
shot that he took?
Yes,
Completely
and-
contested, heavily contested. He
taller,
switched it.
he didn't even
'Cause
see him.
He's a head taller than Austin Reeves.
And if you watch Michael Porter Jr. film, like he's the type of guy that just will raise up
He
over
will
a
shoot
small
those.
defender.
He
He'll
is.
raise up over anybody, bro. So
Look,
why would you just
you
put a 6'4" guard on a 6'10" shooter?
Exactly.
Continue,
Look,
CJ.
think about Michael Porter Jr. If you don't block his shot, it's a decent shot for him. Like he's fine with the contest. So you put someone shorter on him. Like he's fine with the contest.
I think the
Also,
game,
like
yeah.
if they're gonna put Aaron Gordon in the dunker spot while AD is just helping off Aaron Gordon, that's just gonna make our defense even more immaculate. I think Mike Malone's gonna make an adjustment
Probably.
to start setting a lot more Jokic and Aaron Gordon ball screens so they could get AD outside of the paint. And he's gonna start putting Gordon on like the 3-ball line. Gordon's gonna have to show that
I
he can
think that's what
actually
I was gonna get to that later, but we can get to now. As far as adjustments for the Nuggets, adjustments for the Lakers was clear. Rui playing aggressive, chest up on Nikola Jokic, pushing him outside the paint, and Anthony Davis roams. So when Jokic does make that spin move, Anthony Davis is right there, walling up, blocking shots. And the reason why Anthony Davis is allowed to sit in the paint is because Aaron Gordon, he's a decent outside shooter, but he prefers to be on that, like you said, that dunker spot on the block baseline. So Anthony Davis is just going to sit there because Aaron Gordon's not going to move. I think the Nuggets adjustment, I'll see how they come out in game 2. I saw an issue when Anthony Davis was at the Rome. Remember when Jeff Green was in? Jeff Green had that 3-pointer in the corner.
Yeah.
When Anthony Davis is in that roaming spot, if they stretch the floor, now I don't know if Anthony Davis is at 6'10" and his weight, if he's not athletic enough to make that quick closeout or it was just an effort thing. But if they stretch that floor and have a corner 3 guy, and Jokic is capable of making that pass, that skip pass to the corner, we could get burnt that way. I think if the Nuggets were to make an adjustment, you probably could put Aaron Gordon all the way to the 3-point line and just make Nikola Jokic make that pass.
Hey, look, this is what I think. I feel like if I'm the Lakers, we're going to have to make them put Jeff Green in more. Because Aaron Gordon
He probably will. I don't think he's going to start, but I expect him to get more minutes.
And I love Jeff Green minutes as a Lakers fan, me personally. But keep going.
Real quick, my general thoughts on the game, this real quick. But look, I'm when you said I don't know if you slept good last night, to me, I slept amazing, to be honest, and I'll tell you why. Look, this thing, it was a 6-point game, like 126, 132, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Nuggets were not missing a shot. They played as good as they could, and the Lakers kept it that close. No worries. That's my thing. No worries. The Lakers kept it that close with the Nuggets making every single shot, looking like prime Golden State. Yeah.
Going into game 2, I will say, after everything the Lakers did, because we're going to get into the rebounding, we're going to get into LeBron's last shot that everyone's talking about. After all this stuff, the lack of rebounding, Jokic going for probably the greatest game of all time, Jamal Murray hitting wild contesteds in LeBron, Michael Porter Jr. hitting efficient contested shots, KCP having a legacy game, Bruce Brown having a legacy game, their whole team having a legacy game at home. Denver fans, D'Lo's trash. Anthony Davis can't grab a rebound. LeBron has a quiet before the fourth quarter, he probably like 20 points. It was still a close game. After all that, I said to myself when I was watching the game, bro, what will translate to the Lakers offense after the Lakers offense was pretty good. After all that, like Anthony Davis is going for 40, LeBron's going for 26. If the Nuggets don't have an historic game, the Lakers win that game by like 10. Seriously, I really thought with how the Lakers were playing, they're winning that game by 10 if the Nuggets don't have like this historic game. And if the Lakers would have made those adjustments earlier, they would have won the game. I think they lost the game early in that game because it's hard to come back down 22. They were this close, though. And the reason why they were down 22 is because Anthony Davis. Listen, Anthony Davis, he had a good game. Now, if someone has 40 and 10, I would say they had a great game. But Anthony Davis had a good game because that 40 and 10 came mad late, bro. Like late. He had his scoring was good in the first half. I think he had 18, but he had 2 rebounds in the first half.
It was terrible. Terrible rebounding.
TJ, he had 2 rebounds in the Nikola Jokic.
He had 0
Now,
rebounds
first
in
of
the
all,
first.
I got a picture of Nikola Jokic pull up. I don't want to make fun of Nikola Jokic, but you're telling me this dude's grabbing 17 boards on Anthony Davis? You're telling me this dude's grabbing 17 boards on AD? He does not look like he has a single athletic bone in his body. That was a testament to Anthony Davis's manhood, bro. Because I'm not letting 17 rebounds by this dude get on my head in the first.
Hey, next game, AD better have at least 15 rebounds or I'm flaming.
At least he
Defensively, he
needs
was terrible. Now, as a roamer, he was really good. He was deflecting, blocking shots, deterring shots. But one-on-one, he was getting barbecue chicken. Jokic at the half was 19 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists. He had a game at the half. Bro, he had Draymond Green's career night in the first quarter. Seriously, bro, he had like 10 and 15 in the first quarter. That's Draymond Green's career night in the first quarter.
Wait, he had what?
He had like 10 and 12 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
It was something insane.
I'm
Like,
pretty
he had
sure
like
Jokic shot 13 for 15 on Anthony Davis last night.
Yeah. Or I think, like 12, 15, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was just one early. I mean, Lakers, here's the stat of the first half in the Lakers. That 3-guard starting lineup that Darvin Ham likes to run. Schroeder, 3 points.
Hey, wait.
D'Lo, 2 points.
Dang.
Reeves, 5 points. The 3 guards that started in the first half had 10 points. That's less than Bruce Brown in the first half. Like, Bruce Brown in the first half outscored our 3 guards combined. But let's
That
talk
first
about
half
that last
nasty.
shot about LeBron. CJ, we LeBron fans, bro. 3-point game, 40 seconds left. Jamal Murray has 5 fouls. One-on-one. Is that acceptable shot, CJ?
Look, I'll say for for LeBron, obviously 6'8", 250 pounds, one of the most athletic like humans ever. And of course, like you said, 5 fouls. I'll say I don't want to say he should have drove it, but he should have. All right, he should have just went to the basket, put his head down, and lived with the results on that. But at the same time, I can't be mad at it. I really can't at that 3 because, I mean, it's LeBron. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of the clutchest players ever on paper. So, I mean, I'm living with the shot because, you know what I mean?
You live with it?
Look, I'm living with that shot, but I would prefer a different one in that situation. But it's LeBron. I'm not going to tell him what could have been a better shot. I'm living with the results.
Barry, what do you think?
Man, I hate that shot. I've been off this LeBron just chucking threes, especially in the late game situation. I think he could have, like CJ said, just put his head down, just went to the rim and make a play. I think that was the right play. I don't think that 3 ball is the answer for us, not in the clutch time at all. I think we need to try to get to the rim, if anything, and try to draw a foul or get a kick out 3. I think those type of mistakes and those little errors with those type of shots and shot selection is what's going to lose us these little games and make the series even harder for us down the stretch. So I do not respect that shot. I didn't like it.
I think at age 38, even at age 38, even in year 20, even with a foot injury, I can't name you 3 guys in the NBA who I think are better drivers to the basket than this LeBron James. I did not like that shot at all. I've been saying all season when LeBron James shoots a 3, he's letting the defense off the hook. Jamal Murray had 5 fouls, and you're down 3 with 40 seconds to go. You go down, drive, layup, and 1, free throws. You at least cut it to 1, if not tie it. And if Jamal Murray fouls you, he's out the game. He's out for overtime if you push it overtime. And then you had enough time in the shot clock left for Denver for you to get the ball back for the last shot. So you're down 1, down 2, tied game, if not, with the ball back. I think LeBron James completely left the Nuggets off the hook, and that killed the game. I don't like when LeBron does it. I mean, you saw against Memphis, bro. He went to the basket. He didn't shoot the 3 every time against Memphis. I don't know why he just picks and chooses when he wants to shoot the 3. I did see, though, if you look back at the film, when LeBron was creeping to that 3-point line, Jamal Murray kind of gave him that 3. I think Jamal Murray took an extra step back when LeBron James was right at the 3-point line. I think he was baiting LeBron to shoot that 3.
This is why I'm saying live with the results. Look at it. It hit the front and back. It went literally in and out, that shot. That's why I'm saying it. If he would have just completely missed it, that would have been something else. But
if you would have made it, CJ, I would have got tops. That would have been a highlight reel.
This is why I
100%.
like that shot because, like, I don't know. As the LeBron fan, my bias comes in. I just love when he hits like clutch threes.
It makes me feel good. Do you think LeBron was going for a 2-for-1 there with enough time? I think he kind of was going for 2-for-1.
Something like that, actually. I didn't even think about it like that. Maybe.
I think he was because with the miss, it was still a 3-point game with enough time left for them to get that last shot. But the problem is the 2-for-1 didn't work because they fouled Jokic on the other end and they made it a 2-possession game. But that's enough Lakers talk, man. They made the proper adjustments. Moral of this game was just the rebounding, especially early. Honestly, in the second half, I think the Lakers out-rebounded the Nuggets. The adjustments were just made a tad bit too late. But I think the Lakers should be confident going into game 2. Before the game, though, was the draft lottery. Now, obviously, we saw some things. Shout out to Detroit Pistons having the worst record in the NBA and getting the 5th pick. So if you're in Detroit, that's another decade of misery waiting for you. Houston gets the 4th pick. So it looks like tanking doesn't get rewarded anymore. Now, I'm not going to talk about and break down the entire lottery. That's not what I'm going to do here. I want to ask you guys your thoughts on Victor Wembanyama. Bro, I'm on Twitter. I'm listening to ESPN's Got coverage. They're making it act to seem like this dude is about to be the greatest player of all time. They're making it act like someone on ESPN said this dude might be the greatest prospect in all team sports. Someone literally said that on ESPN yesterday. I was like, all right, bro, zip his pants up when you're done. Bro, I want to ask you guys, what's your thoughts on Wembanyama? Do you think he's going to fit with San Antonio? Do you think he's going to be as great as people say he is? Where do you project him to be at, like, all time? How early do you think? Like, he said he wants to win a ring ASAP. How well do you think Wembanyama's going to be in the NBA?
I think Wembanyama has the potential to be an all-time great. Like, I think he has the potential to go down as one of the greatest basketball players of all time because he's like 7'4", has the ability to put the ball on the floor, has the ability to shoot. He can score on all 3 levels. So, like, he's a unicorn. Do I think he's going to actually produce in the NBA? No, just because of his frame. I think when it comes down, I think on the offensive end, he'll be pretty good. But on the defensive end, I think he's just too small for guys like Jokic, guys like Embiid. Even a guy like Valanciunas from New Orleans would baby him in the post. I think he'll be okay, but I don't think he'll be the greatest of all time just because of his frame and how much of a defensive liability he'll be in the paint.
Hey,
what do you think about Victor, bro?
I'm not gonna anyone. I don't care how good of a prospect they are. I'm not gonna sit here and predict the greatest of all time. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like because they haven't played a second in the NBA, so I'm obviously not going to say that he's going to be the GOAT or anything. But yes, he has potential, of course, to be one of the greatest players ever, and I'm a fan of his. I think that he will produce a lot. That he will, like, I think his floor is like an NBA All-Star still, and his ceiling is we don't even know. But yeah, no,
I agree with that.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of his. I hope he does good. And I think he will. Obviously, I mean, Spurs under Greg Popovich. I want to see it. That'll be interesting.
What are the chances he's a bust? What are the chances he's a bust?
0.
I don't think he'll be a bust. I think he'll be an all-star caliber player no matter what. That's why I think that's his floor too. But if he puts on weight, bro, and it has the ability to put on some muscle in the NBA like Giannis did, bro, it can get scary, bro. It can get scary because he has the mobility, the athleticism, and the skill.
When Victor Wembanyama gets drafted, he's already a top blank player in the NBA.
I'm going 30 or 40.
30 to 40, that's crazy. Give me him over Julius Randle as soon as he gets drafted. But
yeah,
I think
I would take a 17-year-old Wembanyama in France over playoff Julius Randle any day.
I'm taking Luka overseas before Julius Randle, bro.
I'm taking Mikey Williams.
I think he's the top. I think he's the top 40 player. He's the top 40 player as soon as he gets into the league. Top 40, top 45.
I'm saying, yep.
That's nice.
I think his floor, like his absolute floor, I don't think he'll be any worse than Rudy Gobert in the NBA.
That's exactly right.
Just because of the way his defensive capability, because of his length and his athleticism, and then what he can bring on the offensive end because of his versatility, like he's gonna be a great player no matter what. It's just how great can he actually be?
And it's not just length and athleticism; he has coordination. Like his timing on blocks, of course, being that tall helps, but it's not like he's just some tall person that just block. You know what I mean? He has coordination.
Yeah. He's very
So,
coordinated. He's not a lackadaisical dude.
last thing on Victor. I mean, I assume you guys have seen that. First of all, I want him to go to Houston because I think with what they could have had with Victor, Jalen Green, Kevin
Jabari
Porter,
Smith.
and then plus, Jabari Smith, and plus whatever they do in the summer, like maybe like Harden, Houston could have been one of the scariest teams in the NBA. But they didn't get him. He goes to San Antonio. I don't know how much you guys like him in San Antonio. You know, it's San Antonio. It's not a big city. It's not the biggest NBA market in the world. That projected lineup looks terrible.
Yeah, it's nasty. Oh my
They're
god.
probably winning what? What do you guys say? They win like what, 20 games next year? Like
I
25?
say 30 max. 30 max.
I
Just
think
off the fact that they
Victor
have
alone
Wembanyama.
could bring them to like a 12 or 10 seed.
Also, you
Oh,
think they
so
might
they
be a
could
playing
possibly
team
push a
then?
play-in with Victor?
Yeah, they go to the play-in. They're not.
I want to see Victor's health, bro. I don't hope he
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
turn into Chet, like someone who's like gets hurt because he's just so lengthy, and when a grown man touches him, he folds. I hope not. I'm really excited to see him.
yeah, that's
Really
the main
excited to
thing
see
I'm
him.
worried about him too is his health. Because if he can stay healthy, he can have a very, very good career. But
What y'all think about Scoot Henderson?
he's from Georgia, man. Scoot Henderson, I think.
I grew up like right near him. My school played against him a couple times. Yeah.
Scoot's gonna be nice. I'm assuming he's going number 2. I assume unless they reach for Brandon Miller at 2 instead. Here, like maybe Miller can go 2. Who's at 2 now? Charlotte. Is Charlotte gonna take a guard?
I kind of
Yeah.
like Scoot with LaMelo, but I don't completely like it because they're both like LaMelo can be a kind of a good off-ball player sometimes because he's kind of good at catching shooting, but I don't really like it. I think they're both heliocentric guards.
I feel like Charlotte might pick Brandon Miller.
Yeah, me too, because they already have their point guard in LaMelo, so there's really no point of taking another point guard.
Wait, but doesn't Portland have the 3rd pick? Or
yeah, Charlotte, Portland has the 3rd pick.
Yeah, so then that would be even worse with them.
But would Portland take Scoot when they have Dame and Simons?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think they would either. I don't know.
Because
maybe that second pick
top
is
5
traded.
is very guard heavy. You got like Scoot, and then you got the Thompson brothers. It'll be
I don't
interesting.
like the Thompson brothers because they're playing against like high school right now.
Scoot has been a monster since he was like 12 years old. Like people around my area, like I grew up like in the same. Yeah, he lives like.
Well, I think what they say. What's interesting about the top 5 is what they say is you don't draft for who you draft for who's just the best player available. But obviously, more draft discussion will come closer to the NBA draft. Now, this topic that I'm going to talk about next is something I haven't talked about since because I've been so busy when this team lost that I haven't been able to talk about it. So I'm going to ask you guys first. It's about Golden State. Do you guys believe this dynasty is over? Is the Golden State Warriors dynasty over?
Yes,
No.
it's over.
No.
I think it is.
No.
I don't think we see the days of Golden State winning a championship or see them in the finals anymore. I think we might see them as a competitive like second round team, give a good fight in the first round, but I don't think the Warriors ever make it past the second round ever again.
Oh, he left. What?
Personally, I feel like that's very ridiculous to say. Because look, I'll tell you what, Curry, obviously, look, he was having a career year in a way with a 50-point game 7. Curry is not slowing down or anything, right? They also have young players that played bad. I know. But no, I'm not gonna say it's over. They didn't just lose to a team like an average team. They lost to a team that I think is gonna win the entire championship.
Yeah, me too. But it's just like the thing is, it's not really so like Curry. I think Curry's still a great player. I think he's still in the conversation. He's either his first best player in the NBA or the second best player. But it's just the fact that these new CBA rules are kicking in next year, and the Warriors are already over the second tax bracket, so they can't really add any good role players that will help make them a championship caliber team. They would have to cut down the contract to Klay Thompson, cut down the contract on Draymond Green. They have to bring in more guys, which I don't think they can do. And also, I think they were lucky last year that the West wasn't healthy because I think if Denver or LA is healthy, they don't make it past the Western Conference Finals in my opinion either. I think the Warriors' days of just winning a championship is over. Not them being a good team though.
Look, this is my thing. Klay Thompson is not going to shoot like that again. 3 for 19. That's why I'm still confident in that.
But is Klay even going to be a Warrior? That's the thing. Is Klay even going to be a Warrior? Is Draymond going to be a Warrior? Like, are those guys even going to be Warriors anymore?
Yeah, bro. And Draymond wants to get paid. I don't know if Klay's going to want to take a pay cut, bro. And Klay gets paid $40 million right now, bro. He has the top 10 contract in the NBA. They got a lot of money going around over there. They just re-signed Jordan Poole, just re-signed Wiggins. I just don't think they have the trade pieces or enough cap space to be able to make their team a good enough team to actually compete in the West.
So LA then.
I mean, yeah, you can say the same thing with LA. I don't think LA's dynasty. I don't think LA Lakers are going to be
I think
that much good for the next 2 or 3 years.
I think the Warriors dynasty. I think they got one more year. I'm gonna give them next year. I think the Warriors dynasty really. Yeah, everyone wanted to put the Warriors to bed in 2019. I think it really ended or started a huge downfall in the draft in those following years. They whiffed on Wiseman. Golden State had an opportunity to extend their dynasty up 5 to 7 more years with these draft picks that they got with the Klay Thompson injury and through trades. But they whiffed, and it's going to cost them, and I think it's going to ultimately end their dynasty. They whiffed on Wiseman. Poole is a good – I mean, Poole is good, but if Poole's playing like this going forward, that's very concerning, especially with that contract. Moody was a solid selection, but what's the point of drafting Kuminga if you're not even going to play him? And then you guys have contracts. Clay and Dre are getting older. Those guys are regressing clearly, and you have to pay them. Those guys might be out.
I mean, wait, but y'all, when all of them are healthy, all three, Dre, Clay, and Steph. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is their first playoff loss in the Western Conference.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, but this isn't 2017 Clay. This isn't, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and then also it's like I think last year if the conference is healthy, I don't think the Warriors make it out the West in my opinion. I think Denver or LA makes it out the West just like this year. I don't think they make it out the West if it's just healthy. I think that the Warriors dynasty was mainly built off a lot of lucky injuries. Like you can go year by year when they won. It's been an injury every single year. So I think they have the benefit of the doubt sometimes. And I don't think their team is just good enough to win a championship. The Warriors will still be one of the best teams in the West, no doubt.
I think they're going to be next year. They're going to be a top 6 seed in the West. But
yeah, they got Steph Curry.
But I don't think they're going to push for a title next year. I don't. I mean, I guess I kind of see what CJ's saying. I mean, as long as Steph's on the team, and as long as because I don't think Steph's going to slow down, even at what is he going to be, 36 next year or something like that?
Yeah,
as long as Steph's still one of the best players in the world, the dynasty technically isn't over. It's kind of like as long as Brady's on the Patriots, the dynasty technically isn't over. But a lot of pieces are going to fall behind Steph. And like you hinted, the CBA, the luxury tax. Maybe the owner's not going to go in the luxury tax anymore. Is Clay going to take that pay cut, or is he going to get out of there? Is Clutch Sports' groupie Draymond Green, is he going to go over to the Lakers or something like that? Is he going to leave? Their all-league defensive anchor. Is he going to leave? Their playmaker. Are they going to shop Jordan Poole? Is that going to happen? Are they going to make a trade? Like, who knows?
Y'all heard
those role players.
I do think if they shop Jordan Poole, though, and they could get like a couple good veteran pieces back, I do think that switches the tide for you guys, or for the Warriors at least.
They're not getting rid of Draymond. I'll say that right now. You heard what Steve Kerr said, that they are not contenders without Draymond. And I
also said when they drafted Wiseman, I was one of those people when they drafted the Wiseman pick. I didn't say get LaMelo Ball or anything. I said trade that pick.
Yeah, trade it, bro.
I believe that the Warriors, and it's hurting them now. Now, it doesn't look kind of like it because people aren't going to – if you are deeply looking at it, since they won last year, unless you're deeply looking at this Golden State future, it doesn't look that bad because they won last year. But winning last year saved them because, oh, my God, if they would have lost last year, we had a completely different conversation today. But the loss of Wiseman, I mean, the fact that they drafted Wiseman put Golden State in a position of managing, like, future Golden State and present championship dynasty Golden State at the exact same time. And I don't think they were in a position to do that, especially when they whiffed on those picks. I think they were just better off trading those picks to add to their win now mode. And they probably could have won like another championship or would have been in a better place to compete.
I do think that's what they should have did with that pick as well, because they could have got a pretty good role player or a pretty good vet with that pick, bro.
They could have got they couldn't. That's the second pick. They could have got like an all league dude for the second pick.
For real, bro.
They could have got an all-star for the second pick.
Nah, for real.
And a lot more future picks in like 4 years from now when they're actually done. But they wanted Wiseman. They wanted a center, I guess. But we can move on from Golden State. The last topic of the day. Legend says he's with family. Another legend ducking. What's new? Because this is the last topic. Now, I was on TikTok Live the other day doing my famous or infamous to some people who think this is an L list. My top 20 players in the NBA list. Now, I have a perfect list. But when I went on live, I had two players next to each other, and they were Donovan Mitchell and Jaylen Brown. And someone told me, now originally I had Donovan Mitchell over Jaylen Brown, but someone told me that Jaylen Brown in the last 2 years is actually better than Donovan Mitchell. I want to get your guys' initial thoughts before I give you guys my argument.
I'm not mad at him saying that. To be honest, I'm really not. I don't think that's like ridiculous. You can make the argument, but I'm not going to say I agree because I don't know. I want to hear what you have. I really don't.
Yeah, I think it's an argument to have because Jaylen Brown has been having pretty good seasons the past 2 years in the playoffs and in the regular season. But Donovan Mitchell, I think him as the number one option, I'm taking him over Jaylen Brown any day of the week because I think he could do more as a playmaker, as a scorer, as an offensive talent than Jaylen Brown. So I wouldn't take him over him now.
I feel you.
But these past two postseasons for Donovan Mitchell have looked nasty though. Like versus the Mavericks,
Here's the argument that someone presented to me. I think we might now need to start having conversations whether Jaylen Brown might be better than Donovan Mitchell. My criteria on players being better than somebody is your production, your talent over the last 2 seasons. As a player, their scoring is about kind of the same. Like Jaylen Brown's putting these numbers up as a second option behind a 30-point per game guy. Their playmaking, I give Donovan the edge, but as a rebounder, it's Jaylen Brown. As a defender, it's Jaylen Brown. And as a playoff performer, that playoff Donovan Mitchell thing is no longer a thing. It's no longer a thing. Jaylen Brown, the postseason, into a finals, was the best player in a finals. Was better in the postseason than Donovan Mitchell. We could be having discussions that Jaylen Brown might actually be better than Donovan Mitchell.
It's a conversation, man, because with these past 2 postseasons, like with your criteria, I can see how you do it. Because Donovan Mitchell has played good in the regular season, but versus Knicks or versus the Mavericks, it just –
Also, we have to take it to 2 sides of the ball. Jaylen Brown is significantly better. But I'm not really saying he's better. I feel like they're neck and neck.
Yeah, I think it's neck and neck. But also, I see the postseason struggles, but I factor in that Donovan number one scoring option for his team, the number one option just in general on the offensive end. So he gets a lot more defensive attention and defensive pressure on him. Yep. Jaylen Brown being next to Tatum and being next to all those weapons probably lets him do a lot more on the offensive side of the ball. Because I feel like a lot of people think Jaylen Brown has another level to tap into as the number one. I think he averages more points, but I think we see the percentages drop. I think we see the turnovers go up. I think we see even a worse shot selection. I think Jaylen Brown's just a really good 2, but Donovan Mitchell could be a really good one to put the right team around him. I feel like that's the difference.
Slightly over him.
Yeah, I guess I might still slide Donovan. I guess the criticism of Jaylen Brown is he is that second option. Like you said, the defensive attention, Tatum. So we just have to see that guy as the first option first. Because it's hard to compare 2 options to a first option, I guess.
Wait, would I just bring up a topic that – Would you mind if I just bring up a topic real quick?
Yeah, shoot it.
Look, I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts. You know how the conversation with Devin Booker, he was always here with Paul George, Donovan Mitchell. In my opinion, he's out of it. I love it now. What do you guys think? He's out of it.
I agree. I think
like Tatum and stuff. In my opinion.
Yes.
I think he's in that tier now. I think he's been in that tier since because Devin Booker before he got hurt in this season with the groin or whatever injury he had, he was playing pretty good. Then when he came back this second half of the season, like after All-Star break, Devin Booker was hooping. Even with Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant, he had some crazy numbers, bro. And then seeing what he did in the playoffs, bro, as a playmaker, he upped his defense, upped his scoring, the way he was scoring on the efficiency side, bro.
Playmaking got better too.
Yeah, bro. I think him and Tatum is a real conversation. Because if you look at them in the playoff production, I think Devin Booker edges him out on that side. Jason Tatum has more of a he has more playoff series that he's played, but I think Devin Booker played better in the finals as well. I think Devin Booker's just a better scorer than him. I think D Book is better than Tatum in my opinion. So I think he's in that conversation.
Look, see how you said he's better than Tatum? You guys might get mad at this, but if you really think about it, all right, look, it's Devin Booker's team, and I think Booker's better than KD.
Oh yeah, Booker's better than KD.
No,
Booker's better than KD.
Finally,
Booker's better than
No.
Like,
I can't
I was
say that.
on the train that Booker was doing all this because of KD's gravity with scoring and stuff like that, the defensive pressure he was pulling in. But got to like game 3 or game 4 in that Clippers series, bro. They were doubling D Book, bro. They were putting most of the defensive pressure on him, and he was still doing this, bro. And we've seen KD just fold in the Denver Nuggets series. We've seen KD fold sometimes with the Clippers.
10 times better career than him, but right now, I'm taking Booker.
Yeah, give me Booker over Tatum. I think KD's like, I think we need to have a real conversation about that, man. Because you said the past 2 years, I think KD's like barely. I think he's 8 through 10 when we talk about players in the NBA.
Like that.
Everybody healthy. Everybody healthy. I'm taking Anthony Davis over KD. I'm taking Luka over KD. I'm taking Embiid over KD. I'm taking Devin Booker. I might even still take LeBron James over Kevin Durant right now.
No. You can't go.
Listen, bro.
Wait,
listen, bro.
No,
because we gotta talk about side of scoring.
Not
what
better
Kevin
than
Durant
Kevin
bring to
Durant.
your basketball team, bro? He's not a great playmaker. If he gives you 5 to 6 assists, you know damn well 4 to 5 turnovers is coming with that. The defense is solid. He's a positive, but he's not a game changer on the defensive end. The scoring hasn't been looking the same.
This is just annoying me. How is LeBron not over KD right now?
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, bro. I think LeBron does more on the court, bro. He's still super impactful, bro.
Jokic right now.
Whoa.
You think LeBron is what?
I think LeBron's the best in the world right now.
No, this is LeBron.
Have you heard of the? I think you pronounced Jokic wrong, bro.
No, I pronounced it right. Nikola Jokic on the Nuggets.
This LeBron glaze is insane.
Yeah, this LeBron. That's LeBron. I think LeBron's like a top.
I want to go back to the Tatum and Booker thing because I do think the Tatum and Booker thing is actually a real conversation.
Yeah.
I have them right now. I have the Tatum and Booker thing. I have Tatum and Booker right next to each other on my list. I personally have Tatum as the slight edge. Although I think Devin Booker is the more consistent playoff performer, I think Jason Tatum, the regular season is a bit better. I just don't think Devin Booker does anything better than Tatum other than scoring.
Yeah, I think Tatum does more on the floor than Booker.
He's a superior rebounder. I think Tatum's a better playmaker. He's a far better defender. I don't think Tatum does anything. I don't think Booker does anything better than Tatum to score.
Yeah, I agree. I think Tatum is a better all-around player, especially like consistency-wise through the regular season and throughout the postseason. I think Tatum's defense actually this postseason has actually looked very good, especially on the help side. I think he got the defensive end. He got rebounding. I think Devin Booker's a better passer. I do think Jason Tatum, you can't say he's a better playmaker.
Look.
So yeah, but I think the playoff.
LeBron was 1 assist away from a triple-double last night. So.
Hey, man, LeBron and KD is still that's still a debate. I feel like because KD hasn't shown us that he's this all-time scorer, this all-time player in the playoffs these past 2 years. Bro.
I would still just like to apologize real quick. So you know the saying that the apology better be without disrespect. I apologize to Jokic. I am sorry for saying Embiid is better for all these years.
Oh my God! Don't tell me we're on that train, bro.
Jokic got it. He is him. He is Timothy. Jokic, all right, he's like that. I apologize.
I've been trying to say Jokic is better than Giannis. Jokic is better than Steph.
Real quick, to all the people who are saying not my MVP and trying to discredit Embiid's MVP, it's a regular season award. I get it.
Bro.
Embiid was. I get it. I think Jokic is the best player in the world. I think Jokic is clearly better than Embiid. but it's a regular season award. Just because Embiid looked sorry in the playoffs, couldn't take Marcus Smart to the basket, and because Jokic is dropping triple doubles in the West Finals, that does not do anything to the MVP trophy. Just because what you do in the playoffs has nothing to do with what you do in the regular season MVP award. That was Embiid's award. Can we stop trying to take it away from him?
I feel like the consensus of people just get so stuck up in playoff performances and playoff success when it comes to MVPs when it's literally a regular season award. I think the voters get tied up into postseason success. The people on TV do, people on TikTok, the NBA community, they all get
I
tied
think
into
people
postseason success
prefer
for regular
Barry.
season
I think
awards.
people kind of like how Dirk Nowitzki went out in that first round against Golden State. I think people like when the MVP is pushing far in the playoffs. I don't think people like when the MVP goes out sad in the playoffs.
But Joel Embiid is the only MVP to never make a conference finals. That is nasty. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
hold on. In 1 second. This energy's crazy, too. It's a crazy switch up because y'all were saying not my MVP to Jokic when he was getting bounced in the first round, getting bounced in the second round when he was MVP. Like, y'all were saying the same thing. This is an insane switch up.
I apologize. I was the one that was saying that, not my MVP to him. I was.
Yeah, dude, this one's.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna lie. You were sleeping on Jokic if you thought Embiid was better than him.
I was sleeping on him. I'm awake now.
Yeah. I think Embiid's a great player, but I think the difference between them is just the playmaking gap is just way too far off.
I'm when I'm wrong. I'll admit it.
Dude, literally, the switch up's crazy because everyone was trying to say this season that Embiid was a better basketball player than Nikola Jokic. Literally, that's what people were saying throughout the season. Now they want to switch up. It makes no sense. I've said since day one, Jokic is better than Embiid, but I think Embiid is the MVP of the league. I've been saying that since I had Jokic. I was sleeping on Embiid's MVP season for a while.
I had Jokic winning the MVP. I knew they were gonna give it to Embiid because he cried for it and stuff. But
all right,
he cried for it, bro.
Look, Embiid. Hey, CJ, Embiid cried for that MVP.
Wait. This is my thing. Why do NBA fans were acting like voter fatigue is something new? It has been around. Like this, people are like,
it's been around since Jordan, bro.
LeBron has had Hall of Fame levels of voter fatigue, bro.
Look, I'm glad that
don't get me started on LeBron getting cheated out.
LeBron's voter fatigue is insane, bro.
LeBron has got cheated out of 3 legitimate MVPs. I think he should have got 2020, 2018, and 2011.
Personally,
2020 LeBron was insane, bro. Pre-injury, 2021 he was about to be MVP too.
In 2020, he was already going to be MVP before the COVID shit happened. He was number 1 in the MVP race.
Yep. League and assist.
Yep. And they gave that little scripted MVP to Derrick Rose too.
Wait, can I
he had the number 1 seed
real quick? What do you guys mind this?
By the way, if you're on my panel, you can say anything, say any questions. It keeps the show going.
Look. I just want to completely shut this down. Y'all know the memes about Jordan Poole, like when there's baddies around, they're in the crowd. Kim Kardashian, Kendall Jenner were at the game. He dropped 0.
We gotta stop that narrative for sure.
No. You know the meme. Bro. What they mean by baddies is they really mean he performs around those mid girls. Yeah, and that's when he goes off. Jordan Poole performs when those mid girls courtside.
Half the girls they be showing don't even be baddies for real, bro.
But when the real those baddies aren't even real, bro. When the real baddies are when the Kim K's, when the Kendalls, when the
was there.
When following an Ice Spice date, like when the real baddies are there, bro. He ain't nice, bro.
Yeah, he's full, bro.
He's 0. It's done. I don't want to hear anyone say it again.
I don't want to hear that song. I don't want to see that meme. I don't want to see that anymore, bro. I don't want to see that.
Jordan Poole needs to work on his defense, bro. Like the way this man was just fooled every single defensive possession is just bad, bro. He's not.
I do like the Lakers game plan though. Speaking of defense, because a lot of it goes back to the Warriors series where Lakers need to keep doing it. It's when they hunt Jamal Murray, hunt Steph Curry, hunt Jordan Poole on the LeBron James pick and roll. Just unfortunately, he hunted Jamal Murray and shot.
I think LeBron James is gonna go into the post. Like I don't think they're gonna be able to stop that.
They couldn't, dude. Denver didn't. They literally couldn't. LeBron was in the paint at will.
Exactly. The Warriors.
Like
he was doing it towards the end of the Warriors series.
Year 20, foot injury. He's still one of the best paint players, drivers of the basket in the game.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to have an ESPN narrative, but like, look at if the Lakers win this year. Like looking back at it from like 10 years from now, we're gonna see this Lakers team as a 7th seed, the first playing team to win a championship. LeBron is in year 20. He broke the scoring record. He made an All-NBA team, made the All-Star team. He has no All-NBA teammates. No all-star teammates. No all-defensive
Historic
teammates.
season, bro.
This is gonna be one of the greatest rings of all time, bro.
Look, this is my
Just
thing.
looking back at it.
Y'all, I feel like y'all will probably look at it like that, but I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not because, like I said, I was sitting up here in this panel like a month ago. I have had them winning the championship like for so long. Like I was like, I don't care about the seed. I have them winning it. So it's like not really surprising.
No, yeah, Players Choice posted a video of me like it was back in like January, late January. I went back and saved it a couple weeks ago. I was saying if 80 with our team, this is before Russ even got traded. I knew Russ was gonna end up getting traded inevitably, which is why I said this also. AD and LeBron going healthy with consistent role players, bro. That's a championship right there, bro.
Exactly.
We're not gonna act like this 2020 Lakers team was just an insane team. It was just AD and LeBron.
Very
Healthy
top-heavy
with a-
team, by the
with
way.
a whole
I
bunch
was
of
watching
good shooters,
2020 bubble highlights the other day. That was an insanely top-heavy team.
bro. It was just a whole bunch of good shooters, and LeBron and AD just having an immaculate postseason run.
Playoff Rondo.
Man, I
No,
want to take
playoff Rondo's a real thing. I'm not gonna lie,
Yep.
bro. He was nice for the Lakers, bro.
What's
He
with
actually
these
could shoot with us.
what's with these former Lakers, bro? Going off against the Lakers. What is this
I
KCP 20 points? What is
Bro, I
that?
don't know. That actually pissed me off because KCP shot good with us, but some of the shit he was hitting, especially in the mid range, I'm like, all right, bro, you were not hooping like that with
Bro
us.
was taking
Hey,
superstar shots in that
I
first
love
quarter.
that you say that. I swear you was not hooping like that with us, bro.
A
He
lot,
was
no,
making
I'm
some
not.
nice shots in the
I
bubble.
don't
I
even
can't
think
lie.
it's a Lake. I feel like it's a LeBron thing, bro. I feel like I've seen. I can't like think of any names right now, but I feel like I've seen so many players after they left LeBron, and when they're playing against that team, they just want to hit all these shots that they were bricking like fuck with the Cavs or with the Lakers or the Heat, whoever they were playing with, bro. A lot of
Yeah, if
players.
we trade Malik Beasley next year and Malik Beasley's like in Orlando, Malik Beasley's gonna hit 8 threes next time he plays the
He's
Lakers.
gonna be a
Something like
sniper.
that.
Kyle Kuzma was damn near averaging like 23 points a game this year, bro. Like he was good with us. Don't get me wrong, but then he also had his bad times with us too, bro.
Hey, Lonnie Walker looked good. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out Lonnie, man.
Oh yeah, shout out Lonnie.
Shout out Lonnie, man.
But
Yeah,
he only played
that dumb
20 minutes,
turnover
though.
yesterday. He was losing the ball and stuff yesterday. That was pissing me off.
Oh yeah, that was. They count those as a missed shot though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I went to the box score. I was like, he had 0 turnovers. I was like, I definitely saw that turnover.
Yeah, like, there's like 2 possessions where the ball I guess they count as like a block, so it would be a missed shot. But the ball like slipped out of his hands. But other than that, Lonnie Walker was +3. So Vanderbilt, the guys off the bench, Vanderbilt, Hachimura, and Walker, they were all positive, and those are the guys who played when Cam actually made the adjustments.
I
think Vanderbilt should have played more.
I agree. I like. This is my thing. Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Not gonna say it.
All you need to know is
Good,
-25 D'Angelo Russell. That's all you need to know.
I was gonna say put Vando on Jokic also, but no, Rui did just fine. I don't know why I was.
But I think Vando on
Rui's
Jokic. I think that's a solid adjustment too when they have the
if like Rui's out for like 5
lineups.
minutes, that would
Then
work.
yeah.
With LeBron at center, I don't know why Darvin Ham still runs that lineup too. Like I hate that.
I doubt Darvin Ham's going to put in Wendy and Gabriel, Tristan Thompson. So Lonnie Walker. So Vanderbilt's probably going to have to play a lot of center minutes.
I don't think AD should be the primary defender on Jokic anymore. I was going into the series. At first, I said LeBron James. You should put LeBron on Jokic because obviously I didn't think they were going to start Rui. So I'm saying anyone at the starting lineup, I'd rather have LeBron on Jokic and just use AD as a roam defender. So I think LeBron would do a solid job on like sealing the post sometimes and pushing him out.
He did throughout the regular season. He had some moments. Remember that game when Anthony Davis left the game in LA?
Yeah, facts. No,
He played the Nuggets. No Anthony Davis, and they won that game because LeBron was putting a lot of solid minutes on it.
Wait,
man, LeBron before the injury, bro.
Last year, this is literally a fact. LeBron was starting center for over 20 games. He was doing the jump ball and everything at one point.
That was weird. Don't bring me back.
I remember.
Don't mention that year, bro. That brings me to a dark place, bro. That was a rough.
I don't know what the hell Frank Vogel was thinking. Like, Jesus.
That was a rough.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, 21 season was probably the worst season for me as a Laker fan, bro. It's probably
dude. I don't want to go back to that first year with Russ.
Yeah,
Carmelo, dude. Come on, bro. I'm not. Don't.
It was worse than the 17 to 65 season.
Yeah. But I ain't got nothing else to say. If you guys got another topic you want to talk about, I have nothing.
I want to have a conversation about Giannis, bro. Because where do y'all like? I know you think Giannis is still a top 3 player. What do you think, CJ? I don't think Giannis is a top 3 player in my opinion.
I think he is.
He's still a top 3 player.
Bro,
acting like he just got bounced he didn't just get bounced out the first round. He played 2 games. Let's relax.
I think he's
Yeah,
still a
but
top three
but
player. I
just
mean,
like
he's
those
losing
fourth
30
quarters
game
for him were
back-to-back years.
nasty. You
He's an
could blame
all-league
a lot of those
defender,
comebacks on him.
all-NBA first team. I mean, if you just look at his resume alone, you're an all-league defender, all-league first team, 30 a game, top 5 in points and rebounds. You still got to be a top 3 player.
Thank
I
you.
think so.
Yep.
He's a top 3 player in the regular season. I'll give you that. I'll tap my hat off to that. But like once he sees a good defense in the playoffs, we don't see the same guys. And that's
Well,
just the
you're
only
talking
thing I
like,
hold against him.
if you want to separate like that, I'm talking about top 3 players overall.
Yeah, overall, yeah, I could get with that.
And
Just
all I'm gonna say is don't forget about Dame in your top 10.
Dame needs to play.
He's top 10.
I don't have Dame in my top 10 because I think Dame needs to play. I think
yeah,
he
I
can
don't
be in
think
my top 10.
I think Damian Lillard is fringe top 10. I think
Dame
him
needs to
and
play.
Shea is a real conversation.
Whoa. Dame is
Really, Shea's not a conversation to me.
I mean, Shea's the better defender. I
Dame
think.
Isles.
What'd you say?
Dame's a better playmaker.
Dame is not only better, he's like a significantly better than Shea to me.
I don't think he's
And
significantly better. Shea's
I
one of the
think
best defensive guards in the NBA, bro.
Dame can
I
score
think
on different levels.
best shooter to ever play basketball. So
I also think like Dame just hasn't. He's kind of fallen off my list just because he hasn't played. I mean, he played like what 20 games last 2022. He played like 2/3 of the season this year. Hasn't made the playoffs in 2 years. Now it's not his fault, but like when I rank players, it boosts you up my list if you have playoff performances, and the fact that he doesn't have playoff performances in the last 2 years, it hurts me.
I think y'all sleeping on Shea, man. Shea's
He's in my top 15, bro. He's in my top 15, bro. He's an all-league first-team guy. He's in my top 15, bro.
But y'all don't think him and Dame is the conversation?
no, I don't.
Actually, it is. You can have that conversation. I prefer Dame, but you can have that conversation.
I'm taking Dame over Shea too, but I do think it's like very close. I think if he performs on the level he did this year, because he had a good year before this year, he was averaging like 25 points a game.
Yeah, he did.
If he performs at this level again, I don't know.
Hey, can I just bring up one conversation real quick about the I just want your guys' opinion on this because Hawks fan, right? What do y'all think that the Hawks are going to do in the offseason? They have some moves to make.
I keep trying.
I think they should trade a Clint Capella because I think Onyeka Onwenu, or however you say his last name, I think he's a capable starting center in the NBA now. So I think you can get off Clint Capella's contract and get some more good role players in the frame, more shooters, more defenders. I do think y'all are actually going to be like, I think y'all be a top 6 seed. I don't think y'all are in the play-in next year because I think Trae Young will have a better season. But I don't know. I don't really like the DeJounte Murray and Trae Young tandem. I think y'all should get. I think I should get up.
I think it's one of the weirdest duos in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think they play off each other at all. I'm not saying Demonte Murray. I'm not saying either one are bad. I don't like the Trae Young disrespect. I think he's a top 15 player in this game. I think he's really good.
Yeah.
He's a great playoff performer. Outside of that Miami series last year, he's a great playoff performer. Yes, he is small and he's probably drop the coin. He's probably not a number one guy in a championship team, but Atlanta's not a championship team. You don't want to really worry about that right now. You just worry about making the playoffs and going like a second round. I don't like the Demonte Murray duo. I guess just leave your phone open if someone calls about Dejounte Murray or something like that. But yeah, get rid of Clint Capella. Get a couple better defensive guys and just let the young guys develop.
Look,
Guys.
this is what I say. I say they need more, other than DeJounte, off the bench perimeter scoring. DD Bay is not going to cut it.
Who else do y'all have? I forget his name. It's Bogdanovich. I can't remember his first name.
Yeah, we're keeping him. Bogdanovich.
Yeah. He's one of y'all's best. He's probably y'all's best shooter.
He is.
But I do like the team they have around Trae. I just don't like the DeJounte Murray fit. Like I think the Trae Young Hawks, I think it's better than what because DeJounte Murray's not as good as a playmaker, not as good as a passer or a scorer. Like he's just not as good as a player as Trae Young.
No, I don't think you can have a star next to Trae Young unless he's like a star center.
It really hurts me to watch when there are 5 minutes left in Hawks games and it's a close game. This is what happens. Trae Young is either running a high pick and roll in the corner, or DeJounte has it, and then Trae Young's just sitting in the corner. It's like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think the thing with Trae Young, guys like Luke and Trae Young, these ball dominant guards who like to run the offense and like to run it through them for basically the entire game when they're on the floor. I don't like when you pair them with star guards. I don't like Kyrie and Luke. I don't like DeJounte and Trae Young. I don't like when these star guards are next to each other. I'd rather these ball dominant guards, if they were going to play with a star or a star all-star level player, make it an all-star level big man or something like that. I don't think a star like guard could work. I don't think a star guard could work with like a Kobe Bryant, like a type player like that. I think I'd rather have them like a Pau Gasol and Shaq work perfectly fine, produce down low. In a perfect world, they'd play with that. But if you're the Atlanta Hawks or Dallas, just have Luka. What happened? Atlanta made the conference finals. Dallas made the conference finals. Just put Trae Young in a situation where he has great shooting role players, great defensive role players, and a lob threat in the middle, and let him be the main show of the offense. That's not a championship winning team. Dallas, that's not a championship winning team, but that's the best you can get with that type of player.
Exactly. I think with those two type of players, like the ball dominant heliocentric players in the NBA now, I think if you put a post presence and like the lob threat, like you said, with good shooters, I think you could get a very quality season out of those teams. Like the Mavericks, like you said, they made the conference finals. They had shooters. They had the good defenders in play. They didn't have that interior presence that they needed. And when Trae Young and them made the conference finals, they had the good shooters of Kevin Huerter and Bogdanovich. DeAndre Hunter was playing good defense. They had the defenders. And they somewhat had the lob threat and Clint Capella. But I feel like once those two players get like an actual legitimate post presence in the paint with those guys, I think they can actually go pretty far in the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie, especially Luka.
Yep.
Well, we're an hour in. All I wanted was an hour, and we got an hour to keep the conversation going. Shout out to you, Barry. Shout out to you guys, CJ, coming on. Make sure you guys follow on TikTok. I mean, if I make any of these clips, I'm going to tag them for sure, so you guys know where to find them. Good creators right there. Real quick though, Lakers and what? So obviously, the Lakers aren't going to lose the series.
Lakers in 2.
Lakers in 6, man. I think we win 3 in a row. We win game 2, game 3, and game 4. Lose game 5, win game 6.
All I'm saying, let this come to LA. Let this come to LA, and it's over for that Mile High team, bro.
Hey, bro. Hey, altitude is carrying them. Not joking.
Altitude merchants, bro. Let them come to LA. Listen, they got those 2 games in Phoenix to the Suns, bro. We're due to win those in LA. Thank you guys for tuning in to the 37th episode of Some Casual Takes. Lakers in 6. We're about to beat those. Oh, whoa. 7. Lakers in 7. I'm going to give the Nuggets 2 more. I respect Jokic. I'm going to give him 2 more games.
Hey, I appreciate you for having me on, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm out. Know where to find me. Next show is probably going to be Monday at 12. Salute, everybody.